All right, we are recording week one.
Yes, we are.
NFL.
Well, week one NFL, not week one of Nosebleeders, but we have to start with the can opening, and I'm drinking a LaCroix, as always.
I'm drinking a Mike Screw. You're drinking a LaCroix.
There we go. Mike, I missed you today. We were supposed to go to the bar today. We were supposed to go watch the Giants lose together, but you unfortunately had real plans.
I was with the fam today to see my nephew, which was the best part of the day. The worst part of the day was watching the Giants get annihilated.
Oh, man. It was... I got to be honest with you, man. My emotions with this team are... here's the thing, all right? Last year, remember, going into last year, they came from coming off of their first playoff win in like a decade.
Yeah,
right?
Hope.
So there was hope. There was joy. There was hype. We were ready to rock. And this year, it is the complete opposite. It is almost if... And I jokingly texted you at halftime saying, oh, man, ready for that number one draft pick for next year? But, I also mean it. Because
everybody feels that way.
We looked at the schedule this year. This was one of like the 3 or 4 games I had them maybe winning, and they got annihilated.
Sam Darnold looked like Tom Brady in his prime today. Sam Darnold came back to MetLife Stadium after being just about washed up with the Jets, and he looked like a 10-year pro bowler, like he's been doing this forever. So good for him.
It's funny you mentioned that, returning to MetLife. I was watching the game with Faisal, who was on the show with us a few weeks ago, who's a Jets fan, and he was actively rooting for Sam Darnold because he hates the way that the Jets have flubbed in quarterback development over the last decade plus. For him, it was kind of vindicating watching someone who was supposed to be good with the Jets show up and manhandle the Giants the way that he did.
Yeah.
And so, you know what? Good for them. I guess good for Sam Darnold because he was a top prospect. Remember, I mentioned to you off the air last week, I actually watched a good amount of Pac-12 football over the last decade or so.
Right.
He was a top prospect coming out of USC.
He was.
And he only sucked because he got drafted by the Jets.
That's right. It ruined, I can give you a little brief history of my father, a huge Jet fan, so I know as much about the Jets as I do as the Giants. So let's see. We'll go backwards. What's his name last year? Who sucked? Fucking quarterback for the Jets. I don't remember his name. He's off the team.
Wilson.
We don't have to
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. That's right.
The only thing I remember about him, because he was very forgettable, was our old co-host P-Rabs used to constantly talking about putting it in his butt. That was one of the main features of his career.
That was the only thing Brian liked about him as a Jet.
He didn't like his arm, but he liked his butt.
Right, exactly. So Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold, Mark Sanchez. Let's see, Chad Pennington. I don't know if they drafted him, but he wasn't like a first round pick. And I remember they had this guy when I was a kid that they drafted that my father loved. My dad actually went out and bought his rookie card. Browning Nagel was supposed to be the thing. The Jets had this guy, Ken O'Brien, forever, who was good.
Browning Nagel. That sounds like something that you do to a woman that's not appropriate. Like, the other night I heard Jeff gave a girl a Browning Nagel.
Yeah, it's very dirty sound. And they ended up getting Boomer Esiason, I think, to take over. So it just nothing ever came to fruition with any of these quarterbacks. The Giants had Jets had 3 good quarterbacks. Joe Namath, they had Ken O'Brien, and I guess Boomer for whatever limited time he had there. Brett Favre was like half a season of good, and they finished 500. And that Chad Pennington, I'll give Vinny Testaverde did all right. I guess I'm wrong. Neil O'Donnell, they had him, but they don't pick good quarterbacks. They don't pick good quarterbacks.
Well, it's not that they don't pick good quarterbacks. It's just that they don't know how to develop them and make them good. Honestly, I think it might be their coaching pipeline. Because if Sam Darnold comes out this year with the Vikings, because the Vikings are not expected to be good this year, if he puts up, let's say 6 or 7 wins, that will be above what the projection is. And it will go to show that the Jets get these sort of golden arms and don't know what to do with them. And also, it'll be extra funny when Zach Wilson gets put into a game as the backup with, I believe he's at the Broncos. Watch him put up a killer half in some game when the main guy goes down for that team. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Well,
and vindicating for all our Jet fan friends like B-Rabs and Faisal.
I picked week 3. After week 3, we will see Tommy DeVito for the Giants. I might have to change that to next week.
Okay, I want to make a deal with you right now. I don't want to have you come on here and just hump him on the airwaves like you did last year for a month. I can't do that. I can't do it this year.
Too much Italian this year.
Look, I love you, but you love him more than Fat.
No,
Cake. That was just inappropriate last year. It got a
little
inappropriate.
He's
not inappropriate, but no, he's not a hero. He won 3 games against 3 of the worst teams in the league. Okay, I know. I don't want to hear it, man. But I'll be honest with you. I do think you're right. I do think he's going to be back.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm at the point with Jones where, dude, that. Oh, by the way, and for those of you who haven't figured this out yet, we're not like technical guys. We don't do recaps and stats on the show with football the way we do with other stuff. We just go based on vibes and emotion. If you want that kind of stuff, go watch other better shows. Okay, I'll say that. But the vibe with Daniel Jones today was just more the same. He threw that interception he threw on like the 5-yard line or whatever it was is something that I think that's like schoolyard shit. That was so embarrassing. Just as a person watching the game, I was embarrassed for him while drinking my beer and eating my brunch.
Well, with him, it's almost like, he does the play as it's drawn up, regardless of what is panning out in the field. Like, he doesn't know how to change his mind. Like, I have to throw it to this guy. Like, well, the guy's not open. Don't throw it there. The guy didn't turn around yet. Don't throw it.
Oh, it's in the playbook. I had to throw it. Yeah, it's
right.
Didn't he go to like Harvard or something? He went to some like high-end school and went to Duke. Yeah, I went to Duke. I gotta be honest with you, man. We have to. It's week 1. We have to start asking this, Mike. Is this team going to win a game this year? Is this? You think so?
Well, not with him. Daniel Jones is quarterback. I don't think they're gonna win one. They might, but they'll win a game this year. But no, I don't have any hope for this season. I mean, we knew that going in. I had no hope for the Giants this season.
We knew, but I think it's worse than we thought. Because I'll be honest with you, I really thought that they were going to hang in this game and possibly win.
Yes, I thought it would be a much
and they got annihilated by a team that's going to be bad. So if they're getting annihilated by the bad teams, again, is it really out of the question to say that they go 0 for this year or like maybe a 1-16? I don't think I'm crazy in saying that.
No, I don't think you.
And maybe I'm just saying that based on the negative vibes because I know it's fresh and it's new and the first game is always magnified. But this team looked so bad. The defense that usually the Giants are traditionally known for defense, and they gave up 26 today or 28 or whatever it was. It was just embarrassing.
I thought Daniel Jones, as much as I've killed him, I thought he would have had at least 2 touchdowns today, and he would have came out much better and silenced some of the naysayers. And no, he was just totally nothing. No, he did not see guys open. He did not. He's known as Vanilla Vic. Okay, he's known for his legs. He does not know how to evade the sack. He doesn't know how to evade the sack. Like that should be when the sack. What prevents the sack from happening if you have a mobile quarterback is they know that he can run and score. Like Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick and Randall Cunningham.
He is not Lamar and he's not Vic. So you know what? I don't want to talk about that anymore. This is going to be, I'll be honest with you, man. I asked this when we first started doing this show a little while ago. Where do we go for good vibes in New York sports? Like once the Yankees got eliminated last year, and I don't even want to talk about the Yankees this week. They won 2 out of 3 this weekend. Big whoop. They'll be probably wild card team like I predicted and lose in the first round of the playoffs. And then we will have nothing to look forward to until next year. Actually, no, it's going to be the Knicks. This is the year where I get hardcore into the Knicks because the Yankees are going to get knocked out in the first round. The Giants are going to be terrible. I'm not really a Jets fan. It's going to be the Liberty. We're going to do we know I've talked crap. We're going to go to a Liberty game and do some content. We have to. Yeah. It's going to be hilarious this fall at some point.
I'll go. Listen, there's New York women's hockey. There's
roller derby.
Do they have
Greyhound racing? I don't know.
I'll go. I don't
give us something.
Let's watch competitive sports.
Yeah,
could be dogs, aliens. I don't care anything.
All right, enough talk. Let's get into the reactionary content stuff.
We got some ads now. I have an interesting brawl, a first timer brawl. We're gonna do a rugby brawl next week. So next week, tune in the first ever rugby brawl on the show. Next week.
Let's go.
So we're going to go to a Dick Butkus commercial from the 70s where he's pitching for Ford vans. Let's take a look at this.
Hey, listen, if you're a mild-mannered soul like me, Dick Butkus, you'll really go for a Ford van. Because this baby's built tough. With tough body-on-frame construction, cushioned by rubbered mounts. And Ford's out-front engine design means easy move-around room inside. So Ford's the right game plan, whether you're working it or just going out to play games. Right, Coach?
Right, Dick.
That's my kind of coach.
Ford's got all kinds of vans right now at your Ford dealers.
That woman is not a coach. That woman is a woman who he kidnapped and lives in the back of the van now. I don't know if you saw. There are no windows in this van. This is a kidnapper van. He's trying to sell. He's like, hey, do you want to molest some kids in your neighborhood and want no one to see through the window? I'm Dick Butkus. Buy this Ford van. Like just the first thing I thought.
Yeah, here's some Pee-wee football uniform. And right here. I mean, like, how suggestive is this? Like, come on.
Very. Oh, no.
Right, Coach?
And, Mike.
Right, Dick.
Right.
I want to go on a limb here. I don't think that they're about to drive to a Pee Wee League game. I think they're going to do something inappropriate in the back of that van. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, they're going to. Yeah. This van is a rocking.
And he knocks on the floor. This is one step away from him being like, hey, you can fit a mattress back here. Like if you would have said that, I would have been like more on board.
I don't understand, why are there seats in a van that like if you're driving and you turn, does the seat turn with you? Like that's dangerous.
I'm not from this era, neither are you, but there's a chance that that was just a thing in cars back then. I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. So whatever. Also, shout out to Bionic Disco. We get a lot of videos from Bionic Disco. That channel on YouTube, I have used more than 5 videos from them, and so have you. Yeah, they have a lot of these old ads in there. They're awesome. Wow. They're cool.
If we had money, we would hire them to just find our ads for us.
Yeah, no, we would. We absolutely would. But check if you like old shit, check them out. But anyway, I like. Wait, hold on. Go back to the end of that ad. The very end of the ad. Yeah. Now let's look at this is the line of Ford vans they're trying to sell us. You have the kidnapper one that he's in front of.
They're all kidnapper ones.
you have like the white one in the back. Looks like the adventure one. You have what looks like a U-Haul truck in the very back.
Yeah, an ambulance or something.
And then the one here in the front looks like the one that you'd almost like sell something out of. Like those windows look like the side. I don't know what that's called. The ones that slide like this.
Oh, this is, almost like a food truck or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like you could sell weed or sell not ice cream because it's not refrigerated. You can sell lollipops out of the back. Well, you sell lollipops to get their trust, and then you drag them into the other van. I guess is the way you're supposed to do.
Do you have experience in this? You know.
I watched a lot of Walker Texas Ranger growing up.
That's right.
That was
every episode.
That's the plot of like every like conservative like action show, quote unquote. Is like someone from the neighborhood either doesn't love Jesus or is molesting kids, and we gotta get them. Right. And it's how it goes.
Appeals to the Bible Belt, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, we didn't need to talk about that, but we did, and
we did. That's where we went. That's why we have no viewers. All right, here's another one. Let's go. I want to save this one for last. I want to go to this one. So we've been showing a lot of. We showed the Bo Jackson ads, right?
You got more?
Who knows? Well, no, but it's sort of related to this world, and we also been showing the Reebok pump ads. So here's one with a little local flair. This is Boomer Esiason for the Reebok pump, and just pay attention to what he says.
Every game I gotta wear all this stuff to protect my body. But I just slip into these to protect my feet. The pump from Reebok. Hey, I switched to the pump for support, protection, and a custom fit. Which means Boomer knows something that Bo don't know. Pump up and air out.
Switch to the greatest sports performance shoe in the world.
You just dissed Bo Jackson.
Pump up and air out.
Now, first of all, I don't know who would win in a fight. Because I mean they're both pro athletes and they're both pretty jacked dudes. I think in the present day, probably Bo Jackson's Boomer is getting up there in age. But I do love the fact that for this ad, rather than just doing the pump up and air out and throw it, they had him back up as if he was throwing it like a football. That is just golf clap for that. Golf clap for that marketing there, Reebok.
And there's something Bo does it. Bo's right behind you in the locker.
That'd be amazing if Bo just came up and just tackled him from behind. Like, yeah. What don't I know?
What don't I?
Yeah.
I like the neon colors were big in the 90s, you know? Like, so he's got the neon.
Oh, this is very early 90s too, because you have this like track jacket with the Hit the two-tone.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, I like the music at the end. It's like
That's the music they use either for like
Seinfeld.
Exactly. It's like the in-between sitcom or it's for marketing back then. It doesn't matter.
It's all for on the keyboard.
It also reminds me of, are you familiar with Mr. T's Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool?
No. I mean,
okay, we're gonna bring that on the show next week. We're gonna do.
I pity the fool, and I know he used to do like anti-drug commercials.
So he did like an entire VHS that he released that was like a motivational children's thing, and it was a series of like music videos for kids, and it was. Yeah. Anyway, back to this ad, but we're gonna do that in this show one of these weeks.
Yeah. Boomer. So, all right, here we go. Pump up. There we go.
I love that. That's so funny.
All right, so this last one I found, I don't know how much is funny as it is amazing. It's
okay.
Walter Payton for KFC, and you mentioned music video. It's a music video.
I'm already on board.
Let's check this out. Let's just go right into it.
Look at this kid.
It's great.
That was that kid's make-a-wish wish was to be in a commercial for fried chicken before he passed away.
Walter Payton, yeah. Like maybe it's Walter Payton's kid. I don't know. He just bought us some chicken.
No, they're like, look, kid, you only have 8 months to live. What do you want to do with them? He's like, I want to eat fried chicken with Walter Payton.
Great voice, right?
I don't think that's his voice. I'm going to go on a limb and say this is not his voice. That he was lip syncing this. But I could be wrong. I
think he's saying this.
There's a God reference. They just made a God reference in a KFC commercial. That is, all right, we got a lot to unpack here.
With the purchase of a 3, 5, or 9-piece dinner.
Also, I would never trust a kid that small to carry a bucket that big. Okay, you drop that in the parking lot. We got to go buy another one. Okay, kid. There's a lot to unpack here. This frame in particular, right there, where you have the neighborhood of people that are just kind of hanging out, and you have, you have this lady in the blue jacket who looks like she's singing the same way she would in church about KFC. Yeah. Like this right over here. And then you have the lady over here in the orange jacket that looks like she's very uncomfortable being around this many people of color. So that's
it was the 80s, and she was like, is this acceptable yet? He's like, yes, lady.
She's like, okay, you promised me full day rate union pay to be in this commercial. Okay, I'll stand right next to him. Okay, it'll be okay.
But like this guy's the coolest guy in the world right here with the hat and the shoes, standing. He's got his leg.
So awesome. Everything about this is incredible.
Jacket. I mean, he's got like a Star Wars jacket. He's got like under the cuffs. There's like space. Like
there's a word for that in fashion, but I don't know what it is because I'm a straight guy.
Awesome, I guess. Yeah.
This kid in the front, though, I'm sorry.
He's the heart and soul of the commercial.
He doesn't have much rhythm, I gotta say. I guess.
Who's this lady? Is that Joy Bearhart in the red commercial?
Yeah, that would be great if it was an early Joy.
Yeah,
it's her first known appearance on television.
Yeah, and then the pink Cadillac drives by. I mean, they really. This had to be a full day shoot right here. I don't know. And you got this guy. This commercial I think is Chicago based. So you got this Chicago deli sausage maker behind him with the bow tie and the suspenders.
With the very bad pixelation here.
Yeah,
This is wonderful. You can't buy Walter Payton's new record, but you can get it free with the purchase of a 3, 5, or 9-piece dinner.
Wait, you can get a Walter Payton. Wait, that's real.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta look this up.
Yeah, wait. Let's play this back. Let's hear what he says.
With the purchase of a 3, 5, or 9,
no,
you can buy Walter Payton's new record. You can't buy Walter Payton's new record, but you can get it free with the purchase of a 3, 5, or 9-piece dinner.
I gotta see if this is available online.
That's amazing. You can't buy the record, but you get it free when you buy a 3, 5, or 9-piece. Can we?
Oh,
is that deal still around?
Well, I
want them. It's great.
I gotta see if anybody has this on like eBay or something. Doing it 45 RPM. Oh yeah, no. This is on. Okay, there is a vinyl on Amazon for $60. That someone is selling on Amazon. Oh man. Oh, that's
the only Walter Payton award I need.
Wait. There's one on eBay.
I want to own this album.
There's one on eBay for $10 that someone is selling. Condition used is what it says. Yeah, no shit. Oh man, shipping is $4. This is
we can get it and put on one of the record players that will record it to an MP3.
And that's gonna be the new theme song for the show. That's it. That's we're only in or out with KFC's doing it right.
Look at this
final record.
Look at this mullet on the blonde guy bat. Like this thing is like razor blade sharp.
So this is like what, late 70s, early 80s, right?
No, this is 80s. This is the 80s.
This is definitely 80s. Okay.
Unless he was retired. I mean, I forget when he retired, but it has the late 80s. Early, maybe like 89. That's what it feels like. I'm looking at the clothes. I'm trying to think. It looks like we're moving into that 90s, neon highlighter track jacket.
Yeah, with the too many zippers and the baggy pants. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I also like how they look like they just grabbed the people that were at a given KFC to just come outside and dance in a commercial like that. Like
those people are just walking through like. Yeah, look, there's people walking through like, I didn't know there was a commercial today. This is silly.
They're like, look, free 8 pieces for everybody. Just stand outside for like 20 minutes and pretend you care about this and just don't look at the camera. Like,
we're going to pay you in chicken. KFC's not cheap either, so I think that might be a good deal.
It is so expensive to get KFC now. It's I haven't gotten it in a few years because like literally to feed a family of 4, it's like $70 at KFC now. It's crazy.
Yeah, like a drumstick is like $3.99 or something like that. It's something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So better off making your own. Probably not, but hey, they do chicken right.
We do chicken right.
They do chicken commercials right.
And we do this show right. Oh my god, I'm feeling good. That's good. That's about it for the show, right? This week. That's about it. So
that made me forget about the Giants game, so that felt pretty good.
As you're wearing all Giants gear, the fact that you're still wearing it is shameful to us all. I guess one last PSA before we go, kids. Today I learned something. Don't drink and drive, but drink and ride a city bike home. That is fun. Let me tell you, no one's ever got a ticket for riding and getting a little bit buzzing.
I wouldn't ride a city bike sober.
I do it all the time now. It's faster than the subway.
I guess so.
It's
e-bike,
especially at night, because I'm telling you, I live out in the boroughs now, and if you miss the train at night, you're waiting like 20 minutes for the next one. You might as well ride a bike home at that point. But yeah.
Well, if you're going to where Sonia does her open mic, Black Cat LES, if you're coming, I found where all the abandoned city bikes are locked up behind a fence under an overpass.
Really?
I'll have to post a picture of it.
Oh, yeah. Please do.
They're gonna covered in dust and pollen.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that next week. We're gonna do that, Mr. T, and maybe some Mike Leach. All right.
All right.
Children, it's been wonderful. See you next week.